My era, Nas is like a god.
You heard? Like, let's keep it a buck here.
Yeah, but
like,
let's know,
my son can't tell you one Nas record. And if you want to go to the Billboard entries, pull up Nas Billboard entries, then pull up my Billboard entries. But I hear the comparisons, he trying to act funny when it comes. No, I've been spanking, I've been putting on. So let's not get into that where we get into numbers and I got to show you the statistics of what I've done. Gold records, platinum records, gold albums, platinum albums. No, me, Jim Jones. No diplomats, no nobody else. Me, Jim Jones. Check my track record.
One's the GOAT. The other carried Camron's baby oil. Let's talk credentials versus coattails. Nas has been in the game for over 30 years. 16 critically acclaimed albums. Still selling out shows. Still getting Grammys. Still making grown man music that makes you question your life choices. Every Nas drop is an event. When he speaks, the culture listens. He's a poet, a prophet, a platinum performer. And he did all that without ever wearing a pink mink or riding another man's wave. Now let's talk about Jim Jones. Jimmy got 2 songs that even the most washed Dipset fan could halfway remember. We Fly High and Ballin'. That's it. And even those joints got Max B's ghost fingerprints all over them. Let's be real, Jim Jones is basically the Avatar, the last airbender for Max B's soul. Without Max B's spirit floating through his bars, Jimmy would still be on the corner yelling Dipset. And mispronouncing pseudonym like it owes him money. Nas built the temple. Jim Jones still out here trying to sneak in through the gift shop. Billboard Smackdown. Billboard statistics that obliterate Jim Jones like Nas did The Rock. Let's talk numbers. Billboard don't lie unless Jim Jones is reading it. Nas has 8 top 10 albums. 6 of them went platinum. He won a Grammy for King's Disease, a late career masterpiece. And Illmatic? Universally considered the greatest hip-hop album of all time. That album alone has inspired more rappers than Jim Jones has had hot verses. Now let's look at Jimmy's stats. He's got 1 top 10 solo hit. That was Ballin' back in 2006. That's it. That's the resume. He didn't lead Dipset, he was more like the assistant tour manager who got a mic by mistake. Harlem, Diary of a Summer peaked at number 5. And unless your name is Lil Rel or you're still wearing throwback jerseys unironically, you can't name a single track off it. Jim Jones's Billboard stats versus Nas's is like comparing a lemonade stand to Amazon. One's a cute little summer hustle. The other runs the world. Lyrical devastation. Nas didn't just ether Jay-Z. He torched the whole rock nation. Nas didn't just battle Jay-Z. He dismantled an entire dynasty with a notepad and a vengeance problem. This man walked into the war zone with no crew, no hype man, no Roc-A-Fella chain to swing around, just bars that hit like subpoenas. Let's talk about this verse. Rip the freeway, shoot through Memphis with money bags. Translation? I'm violating your whole supply line like I'm General Patton with a passport. Remove the fake king of New York. That's not a diss, that's an eviction notice with your name on it in all caps. You show off, I count off when you sample my voice. Nas is basically telling HOV, while you're busy showing off your Roc-A-Wear sales, I'm out here charging royalties for breathing in my cadence. He didn't need backup. He didn't need Bleak, Beans, or state property. Nas pulled a John Wick on Roc-A-Fella with a spiral notebook and a chip on his shoulder. And then there's Jim Jones. While they ride a Nas, trying to boost their careers. Facts. Every time Jimmy mentions Nas, it's like he's trying to upgrade from local uncle to verified artist on Instagram. Jim Jones couldn't out-rap a traffic ticket. He's the kind of rapper who freestyles like he's still learning how to read cursive. While Nas was busy shaking the foundation of an entire empire, Jimmy was somewhere in Harlem looking for a hook that didn't belong to Max B. Nas is for kings. Jim Jones. Let's talk grown man rap. Nas speaks to maturity, growth, reflection. From Illmatic to King's Disease 3, his evolution is like watching a hustler turn into a homeowner, then a museum curator. This man said, in the projects, I visit Muhammad in linen garments. That's not just a bar. That's theology in a do-rag. That's grown man elegance. That's godbody talk. Meanwhile, Jim Jones gave us Ballin'. 1 ad-lib, 2 syllables, 0 depth. And somehow he'd been recycling it for almost 2 decades like it's crypto. Then he got bold and tried to clown Nas on the Joe and Jada podcast. Said, ain't nobody bumpin' Nas in the streets. Yeah, because Nas ain't made for the streets where y'all still wear Amiri jeans and think owning a passport is suspicious. You want music for parking lot loitering and bad decisions? Cool, play Jimmy. You want music that actually grows with you? That's Nas. Jim Jones makes music for old dudes who still use the term drip unironically. Nas makes music for men who know how to wire money from their trust fund, light incense, and raise emotionally stable children. There's a difference. Most improved rapper versus most important rapper. Let's be fair for a second. Jim Jones has improved. He went from struggling to finish a bar without getting winded, to kind of sounding like he belongs on a song. He's the most improved rapper. Like a D-League player who finally learned how to dribble with both hands and tie his shoes before tip-off. But Nas? Nas is the most important rapper. He changed the entire trajectory of hip-hop. He wrote Illmatic at 19. He gave us street poetry with the soul of Langston Hughes and the precision of a Navy SEAL. He built a catalog that made legends rethink their pen. And when he felt like it, he came back at 47 years old, dropped King's Disease, won a Grammy, and made your favorite rapper's best album sound like a group project with no leader. Let's be real. Jim Jones is the NBA Summer League MVP. Nas is Michael Jordan with 6 rings, a $1 billion shoe deal, and a whole sport named after his legacy. Jimmy's out here just happy to make the team. Nas owns the franchise. Jim Jones may be loud. But Nas? Nas is timeless. You can ballin' all you want, Nas already built the court, wrote the rules, and owns the team. While Nas is packing out arenas worldwide, you can catch Jim Jones performing at your local 500 capacity club for free on a Wednesday night. 2 drink minimum and a Groupon required. This ain't nostalgia. This is legacy. This ain't hype. This is history. Queensbridge made. God-level wordplay. Go see the GOAT in real time. Before the next wave of copycats tries to steal the flow again. Nasir Jones. Live. Legendary. Still king.